John Rawling and three-time champion of the world, Duke Mackenzie. Welcome both. First, let's join your MC, Mark Burdiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring the challenger, Graham Earl.
Well, what a weekend of boxing we're having here, and what a weekend of boxing the world is having. Amir Khan against Graham Earl, and Earl with his great opportunity to recapture former glories. He says that he is the man to puncture and end the dream of greatness for Amir Khan. He sold upwards of 1,000 tickets to his supporters, who are noisily celebrating his arrival. Earl, a pro since 1997. That fight against Michael Cassid is one of the fights of the year, and there are the fans who believe that Earl can go to the well once again and find some of the glory days of the past. If there's a braver man in British boxing, I'm not sure who it is. Graham Earl never seems to have an easy fight. This guy always, but always, gives value for money.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring the Commonwealth lightweight champion, Amir Khan.
On his 21st birthday, here comes Amir Khan. He says that he is a man destined for greatness, that he's going to be a world champion tonight. A huge step up in class. "7,000 people standing and cheering. The hottest young property in British boxing, Amir Khan. Amir Khan gets the hero's welcome, and he will be introduced to this capacity crowd after the break.
This is the Big Fight Live! And now to introduce the contestants. Firstly, the challenger, weighing in at 9 stone, 8 pounds, 4 ounces, and fighting out of the red corner, wearing the green and blue shorts. He enters the ring with 25 wins and only 2 losses. He is the former undefeated British Commonwealth and WBO World Lightweight Champion. And tonight is challenging for his former title after an unsuccessful challenge for the WBO World title in February. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger for the title, presenting and introducing from Luton Town, Graham Earl. And across the ring stands a champion, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 9 stone, 8.5, and wearing the silver shorts. He brings with him an undefeated record of 13 wins as a professional, and tonight makes the second defence of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2004 Olympic silver medalist, the undefeated and reigning Commonwealth lightweight champion, tonight celebrating his 21st birthday, Bolton's very own Amir Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee will now give his final instructions. Congratulations to both boxers.
Amir, Graham, come on. Spoke to you both in the dressing room. You both know what I expect. Keep it clean break straight away when told. Both of you watch your heads. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Well, this is the one we've been waiting for.
The Commonwealth Lightweight Championship.
Tonight as a fighter, Amir Khan has to become a man. Graham Earl will press him all the way on his 21st birthday. This is Khan's biggest test. Frank Bruno, Ryan Giggs, Everton stars, Darren Campbell, a sprinter. This is a sporting must for the British public. And Amir Khan, has he got the speed and the power to eclipse Earl, or will Earl be able to exploit the mistakes that he says that Khan still makes? Earl says that Khan makes amateurish mistakes and that he is the man to punish him, and that if he gets tagged as he did by Willie Limond back in July, then he will put him away.
Well, you know, Earl's made a good start. Khan's been very, very precise, trying to pick his punches, which is the right way to start this fight.
Oh, good left hand. Really good fast shot from Amir Khan. Earl takes it well, though. Earl has been training in Florida with his new trainer, Gus Curran. Oh, good left hand. And another one. First round, and Graham Earl goes down. Hand speed that did it. Terrific shots. Oh, 2 more, 3 more. This can't go on. It's going to stop right here, I think. It's all over. In seconds, the fight is all over. And Amir Khan has moved on and finished Graham Earl in spectacular fashion. First round, it's taken only seconds to do it. It was speed as much as anything which took Earl out. Power as well, precision, and Graham Earl just never got into the fight. And Amir Khan has made a statement to the world.
Well, he's not only made a statement to the world, but I tell you what, Graham Earl is totally shell-shocked. He doesn't know what day it is or where he is. Khan came out, picked very deliberate punches, sweeping left hook, sweeping right hand. Graham Earl is a notorious slow starter, and Graham Earl doesn't know what day it is. Amir Khan's exploited him and made him look very, very ordinary.
Well, you can say that, Duke, but he just never gave him a chance. He was all over him from the first bell, picked his point, picked his moment, and then when the chance came, he finished it with precision, with power, and Earl was just not at the races. Howard Foster could only do one thing there, the referee, and that was to stop it. Amir Khan, at 21, has defended his Commonwealth lightweight title for a second time. And can it get very much more spectacular than that?
Well, he's answered all the critics. Today's fight, you know, in my own mind, I kept saying to myself, it's a coming-of-age fight for Amir Khan. You've got one fighter almost certainly on the way up, another one on the way down. Did Graham Earl have the answers to what Khan brought to the table? And the answer, quite simply, is no. Khan had just had too much of everything for him. Speed, power and accuracy.
Well, I tell you, if you're watching at home, I've spoke to Graham Earl a lot in the build-up to this fight, and he really genuinely believed that he was the man who would have Amir Khan's number. He said there are mistakes there, he jumps in, leaves his chin exposed, and I will catch him, I will make him pay. Well, you have now seen exactly what the answer was, and Khan is still the champion. Here comes confirmation of the result from our Master of Ceremonies, Mark Burdiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 12 seconds of round 1, the referee has stopped the contest in the interests of safety. He deemed that Graham Earl was in no fit state to continue. The winner, and still the Commonwealth lightweight champion, Amir Khan.
Stunner from Amir Khan. The night the boy became a man on his 21st birthday. 1,000 fans travelled to see Graham Earl from Luton. They saw their man dispatched in just 72 seconds. We'll talk to the champ when you rejoin us. The Bolton Arena absolutely jam-packed and still buzzing. Amir Khan, I think it's the third time you've won in the first round here on your home doorstep. Just 72 seconds you took for that one. How surprised are you by that?
I wasn't surprised, you know. I've been training hard for this fight. Even Graham Earl trained hard for the fight as well. But I was training very hard, you know. I want the #1 spot. He was the #1 in Britain. I wanted to prove that point, and I beat him. I never go in a fight thinking I'm going to knock the person out in the first round. It just come. I knew he was hurt after the first knockdown. I put the pressure on him after that. But I just want to thank my team, you know, Oliver Harrison, Jed. It's a great camp we had.
How highly would you rate this performance? The best of your career?
It has to be, yeah. I was fighting the best fighter in my career, you know, today. And the way I took him out in the first round, it surprised me as well. But I knew I had it in the tank. Yeah, man, it's the next step up for me now.
I've got to ask you, was there a bit of venom in there? Because there was a bit of feeling between the two that I've not seen from you before.
I'm a nice guy, you know. I've got no problems with any fighter, but when there's someone there disrespecting me and saying I'm a kid and I'm not ready for that person, then it hurts me, you know. So that's why, in a way, that motivated me. At least I've proved that point now to all the world and all the guys in Britain, all the critics that look, I can beat a great fighter as well who's a banger.
Let's just have a look at how you did it now, Amir. And I mean, this is the first knockdown, and that's a terrific shot with a lot of venom in it.
I seen the left hook. It was open for him, you know. His right hand was dropping every time he was coming in. He was going low as well. Even the uppercut I was going to throw.
And here's the finish.
But that left hand was the shot what caught him, and he was finished after that. After the first knockdown, I seen in his eyes that he didn't want anything. And that's when I put the pressure on him, and I knew the ref was going to stop it. It was gone, and that's what I did. I put the pressure on.
Here's another view of it, and I think you said you would send him into retirement, and you might just have done that there.
Well, yeah, you know, no disrespect. Graham's a great fighter, you know. Everyone knows Graham's a great fighter. He's been a world champion. He's European. He's beaten the European champion. He's held this title before and the British title. So for me to beat someone like that in the first round, yeah, it's
I've
great.
just got to put one thing to you. If you're going to beat Naz's record and be a world champion, Britain's youngest world champion, we reckon you've got until July the 25th to do it.
Yeah,
How do you fancy your chances?
Yeah, you know, it's up to Frank Warren, you know, it's come close.
How do you fancy your chances?
I fancy, you know, I'll fight for a world title fight tomorrow and still prove everyone wrong. I can be a world champion sooner than Naz was. But no disrespect, you know, it's a tough game, this boxing is.
Yeah.
I have to put the foot on the brake sometimes, but the way I'm going is going great for me at the moment.
I'll come back to you and wish you happy birthday in just a second. Frank, give us a view on that beating Naz's record, could you? Because up there, he looked ready.
Well, he certainly did. I mean, I never expected that at all. I thought to myself, you know, this is going to be a tough fight for him. Going to be at least, you know, get 10 rounds out of it, and he was just a phenomenal performance. Will he beat Naz's record? We'll see after his next one and look at it. But, you know, he's improving. He made a statement tonight, as he said, you know, Graham's #1 in this country, #2 in Europe, and his last fight was for a world title. Fantastic.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
And very well done.
Thank you very much. And I also want to thank my team, my sparring partner Gary, and everyone who took me this far, who's brought me on so quickly.
And you better thank the people that packed this place as well.
And yeah, definitely, you know, I'm sorry for I finished in the first round.
For the next fight, February the 2nd.